We are live.
Welcome back. This is Monday Cinema Club. We are live. It's Monday, a little past 3 p.m.
It is. We got a little late. Dante was looking for a black jacket.
I can't find a black jacket to save my life. But we're here today and we're talking about Men in Black.
Men in Black. Hi. For my Chinese fans, 大家好，欢迎来到我们的电影俱乐部。For my Uyghur fans, yaxşımızlar bizden kino klubumuza gelginler karşılamız. For everybody, what's up, y'all?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? How you guys doing?
I'm just typing in the chat. How y'all doing? What's happening today? Actually, really very, very cool movie.
So for a first timer, if you just by accidentally jumping into our club, this is a Monday Cinema Club. It's just like basically like a book club, but it's for movies because Dante and I are both of us filmmakers. We love film, so we watch film all the time. So might as well share our experience, fun, entertaining things with us, with you guys. So we created Monday Cinema Club, which is very cool. We have a lot of friends coming from all over the world, impressively.
Yes.
So
shout out to Aiden Coughlin. I see people something of the world. What's going on? Emma Wagner's in the house. Dr. Jaredevil, what's going on? Angie.
Hey, Angie.
Wendy 91, what's happening? Yes, we're here. We talk about movies every Monday, and we've talked about a lot of movies over the last almost a year.
Almost a year. Next month's gonna be a year.
It's been over like 36, 37 films. And
oh my God,
the end of every month, starting this year, we've been doing voting on Blockbuster classics. And it was African American Month, Black History Month. So
we wrap it up with the Black History.
Right. What did we do this month? We did Color Purple. We did
Color Purple.
Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg. 2 Whoopi Goldberg movies. And what was the other one?
And Men in Black.
That's 3. There's like one more film we're missing.
Hold on one second.
Oh, Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. But we're winding up this month with Will Smith movies.
Thank you for the reminder.
Exactly. And it was between Bad Boys and Men in Black.
Yeah.
And Men in Black won by a lot.
A lot. Actually, it's Men in Black won 100...
Over 100 votes. More than the other.
So more than... I mean, that doesn't mean that movie is worse than this one. But, I mean, obviously, a lot of people wants to see this entertaining, fun, action sci-fi film. So, which is same as us.
So we're gonna talk about this film today, and then of course we have VIP guests. People can always go early. If you watch the film early, you would definitely want to reserve a spot. We always reserve a VIP spot to talk. First guest and last guest. You can always go to Alice's Instagram and DM her and get on that list at Alice or Hamatula. But beyond that, let's just get into it.
Men in Black.
Go ahead, start. This is 1997. This is Will Smith. What were your feelings?
I have to put it out there. Will Smith is the first black action star. Like, hear me out. Star in China.
In the world. Probably. I mean...
Really?
I think, like, consistent black action hero. I think he was the first action hero.
And then, I remember when I was, like, growing up in China, I always see his face in a big billboard. I always see his film. Like, that's, like, how I grew up, like, seeing his film. And then this is a big action star. He is the first action star.
This is 1997. Someone in there, who was it, said, I was 1. Ashley, what 11? Ashley 11. Well, I mean, it's surprising how far back this movie is. Like,
it is.
97 is now 20...
Over 20 plus years.
20 plus years. Almost, almost over 20 years.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because it's young Will Smith, and I grew up in an era of Will Smith, and some people that may know my career know I was even on his TV show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where I played Ashley's boyfriend. And so I know, Will's a bit older than me, a little bit older than me, but my generation. And so seeing the 90s fashion before it became a Men in Black was really cool. It was like, that's the fashion we grew up with, everything baggy, super baggy jeans.
Baggy jeans,
baggy jacket, bright colors.
Like he's who he is. He owned
Yeah.
that. He just so. I mean,
In classics like Timberland boots, he has Timberland boots from the top of the movie, and like Tim's, you still rock Tim's today. It's great.
anyways, so his first action star. I grew up in this movie. In the beginning, opening scene, introduction is so long, but at the same time, it's like at the like first when they open, and then you got like caught up. Like, what is happening? What is going on? It's the tension of the film is already there, like in the beginning of the film. But usually, like right now, the old action films or scripts, the scripts I recently read over the weekend. So like they wait for the action, they wait for the good piece of pie and wait like later on or end of the act 2 or beginning of 3. But in this film, the tension starts with the film.
Right.
Like you want to know what's going on. What happened? Why are we following this insane like flying around? And then boom, they hit it. And then its whole story like starts. That's like super interesting way to opening that scene. And also it's not like kind of random, but it's also related to this film because it's like bunch of aliens try to live like it's about animals. It's like aliens, like not only human pieces. It's animals too. So it's related to that opening scene. It's very creative and clever way to introduce this film, style of this film.
Right.
So we don't get like, whoa, what happened? Like out of the sudden there's aliens show up in front of my screen because we already mentally introduced by this flying insane. So that's how I feel. I loved it, and
it's great. I mean, no, it's a great. It's like one of those films I don't really think about too often. Like, I'm in Black, but then was like when it came up, I was like, let's watch it again, and it was so fun to watch.
Even though
such
after
an amazing
20 plus years,
story. It's the effects hold up. The storyline holds up.
Absolutely hold up.
I mean, Will Smith holds up, and Tommy Lee Jones.
Exactly.
Amazing.
The sense of humor is still there.
And just the Tommy Lee, he was definitely playing the older statesman in the film that's kind of passing the torch on down to Will Smith. And Tommy Lee kind of had a resurgence in his career in the 90s and came back as this older actor and was working constantly and in action stuff also. And so he just has a quality about him that's just like so of an era. It's like this era, like this pre-90s era. Maybe it goes back to 50s, 60s, and 70s, something like that. Kind of like really rugged Marlboro man, tough, like nothing gets to him, and but still funny and still like him and Will were just so equal and screen perfect.
Couple, yes.
And it just really works so beautifully. And then it's just crazy to see Will Smith as a kid, really, because you watch his Instagram now and the things he's doing. He's like gray haired and he's older. He's the older statesman now. He's like Tommy Lee Jones in the movie, but he's now the older statesman, kind of like action star. I almost felt like, damn, I wonder if they did a Men in Black today and he was passing the torch on to another kid, and how that would look like. But the aliens are so much fun. I know this was a comic book before it was a movie, so it was so you felt that there was a lot of thought and feeling behind the film beyond just someone writing a script of the film, because it was like all the aliens and where they're coming from and what they're doing here, and then the bugs and the cockroaches and where they are on the the evolutionary ladder. They like tapping things.
Cockroach? They can't come up with any animals in the world. Why cockroach? I hate cockroach so freaking bad. I can't stand cockroach. Don't get offensive, guys. Like cockroach.
She don't like any bugs, actually. But the effects were great, and then just the little things I remember, like as a kid watching the film, like how do they fund Men in Black? Like, oh, we could keep some alien technology like Velcro and things like that. I'm like, yeah, totally. That's totally alien technology. Like how
super.
And this is before iPhones and stuff.
Exactly. Like. It's like
look at those effects. The practical effects are so cool.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. It's like 1997. It's just like there's no like CGI.
There was,
but it's not like common thing,
well,
and
it wasn't
everyone
like
can use it.
Star
in, like,
Wars digital CGI. It was more like,
but
putting stuff on screen, practical stuff.
But it's not that common, like that involved with the movies. But this visual effect, it's still like right now, a lot of films still use this visual effect.
Totally.
And it's coming up this from his back, and then so.
So we both like the movie a lot.
I do. My favorite. Do you want?
What's your favorite scene?
My favorite scene.
And Vincent D'Onofrio. Shout out to Vincent D'Onofrio and Linda Fiorentino that were in the movie. They were both awesome too. The big bug guy.
Oh yeah. Big bug.
Who was great, also in Daredevil, but it's great to see him in this comic role and being just physical comedy craziness. And Linda was awesome.
It is awesome. It's like everyone like perfectly like cast, perfect story. I mean, right story, right cast, right time, and then everything just works out very like equally and perfectly. So my favorite scene is when he first time like joined this agent, and then his first mission in the story, and then they give let's grab a gun, and then he got himself like a big giant gun and gave it to Will Smith like a small tiny one. He was like, what? I'm not gonna get this small tiny one. And then when they starts to use that gun, apparently that gun is powerful.
Big boom.
Powerful. It's like, damn. I didn't know that.
I think Will Smith was just, I'm with you. I love
that
Will Smith.
sense of humor. It's like a super like cute at the same time still funny. Like
he was like silly? He was just so it's just so just you could tell why he became a star. He was so great. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is that first scene that you're talking about when he's chasing down that first alien, and you could see everything about his character and who he is and his charisma and just the coolness of how that was shot and jumping off bridges and catching this alien. It's just Will Smith. Like all of a sudden, it's just like, okay, this guy is definitely a big time movie star, and delivers with in spades in every scene. That and the relationship with Tommy Lee Jones is he's not an actor that I think about often but was a bona fide movie star, still is a bona fide movie star, and just a rock solid actor. That's just his presence on screen. He just reminds you of whatever your father or your grandfather or your uncles or whoever those guys are in your life that are like those real burly, like no nonsense, like kick-ass guys. Like there's almost, you don't see actors like that anymore.
No.
Maybe James Brolin or Josh Brolin, but like the cats like that just feel hard as nails.
It is. There's another favorite scene. I want to talk about it. Like, do I have to have
a
favorite scene?
Shoot.
Another favorite scene is when he comes to Dr. Lauren, her office, and that's the first time seeing her, and then just like pretending like he is a doctor. He's a professor, and he's like pretend like he knows everything, and then he goes back to his boss. It's like, how's it? And then he's automatically talking about, oh, she's beautiful. She's kind of like a
nice body.
What body? I'm talking about the body. Oh, nice body.
They did have some
dead body.
Flirty scenes. I like those flirty scenes. They're fun. The movie was just fun from top to bottom. It was like what you want from a summer blockbuster. I'm sure it's one of these things that came out around July 4th.
Absolutely. This is obviously
for years,
blockbuster film.
Will Smith owned July 4th since Independence Day, and big Will Smith movie comes out July 4th, and so this one definitely did not disappoint. Should we bring in the first VIP guest?
Absolutely.
Who is it?
Let me see. Who's this mystery?
Let me see if I can pick him up on this.
So our first VIP guest is Jaden
Engelhardt.
And
Jaden Engelhardt. Let's see if we can get you, Jaden.
So you...
Engelhardt? How you spell it? Dot.
If you're here, if you're in the room, please send us a request.
I don't know if he's here. Oh, there he is.
Oh, here it is.
Let's bring Jaden in. Let's see what Jaden has to say about this movie.
Can't wait.
People are like, oh no, Jaden, here we go. Jaden here.
Oh!
Hey, Jaden, what's up? How are you doing?
Up?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Very good. Where are you calling in from? It's your first time calling in.
Yeah, I'm from Santa Cruz, California, actually.
Oh wow, I love
Nice.
Santa
Yeah.
Cruz. I grew up going to the boardwalk when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's still there. It's so like popular and up and running. It's
Very
so
cool.
fun. Yeah.
I like that pink shirt.
I know, I like the pink. I like the chain. It's got a lot of
Thank
drip
you.
going on.
Pink shirt.
Yeah.
Just,
Thank you.
Jade is on point in here.
So nice.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, they're both from Kohl's. If you want to grab one yourself, I got them from Kohl's.
Oh, cool. So let's talk about Men in Black.
All right.
You look pretty young. I doubt that you watched it as a little kid.
No, definitely not. I wasn't alive when it was released. So.
Oh wow.
Whoa!
Making you feel old. Jeez.
Not too old. Getting there.
Are you a 2000 baby? 2000 and beyond?
2003. Yeah.
2003. What I'm doing?
No, that's wild. Well, I'm into it, Jade. So you saw this film later on. So what was your point of view? Are you, first of all, are you in the arts at all? Are you like into film? Are you into anything like that?
No, not yet. But it does sound fun. That does sound like a fun thing that I could like do in the future potentially.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the movie. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? What stood out to you? Favorite characters, favorite scenes?
But what jumps out to me is it's like the perfect movie. It's like a perfect blend of like action, like comedy, like romance. It's like a perfect movie that you can just show your friends and just sit down and watch. And I think that they're testing the agents, and like they have like the scene with like the guns and like the cardboard pop outs, and like there's always aliens, and then Will Smith shoots a little girl, and like why do you think that little Tiffany had to die? And he was like, well, like that alien just working out. Like if I was in the gym and someone like come and bust me up, like I'd be pretty mad. And that one, he's not snarling, he's sneezing. Like just gotta leave him be. And then he was like I shared the quantum physics books and it's way too advanced for her. She's definitely an alien. Like just that scene of like.
I love that scene too.
Yeah, that's.
When I watch these kind of scenes, I always wish I was that guy that was like smarter than everybody else in a different kind of way, or like just as athletic and just as like gangster as everybody else, and like that way, but then also see things that everyone else can. I always want to be that guy. I think the whole audience wants to be that guy.
I feel like his character, Agent J. He's like a really bold and brave enough to stood up for himself. Like he's different. He knows he's different. He knows he's not among those people. Like when as soon as get out from the elevator and he sees, it's like everyone sits super like properly, like very like official, and he just like sits there like he owned himself, like he owned it, and he's super like free. Like he doesn't hold something. He doesn't have a filter. And whatever he comes in, he thinks in, and he just say it out loud. That makes him different. And then sometimes it works. Sometimes it's the right thing to do. Like you just have to do it. Like, you know.
So, what's your favorite character, Will Smith?
Yeah, definitely.
What was your favorite alien?
Ooh, I think my favorite alien was the guy that sold him the guns. That like he shot him in the head and he blew up, and then he just grew right back. That guy's pretty funny.
That was so cool. I mean, it's great to have those aliens because they can do so many things, and there's like we don't know any rules of what aliens are. So the aliens, anything can happen. They're smoking cigarettes. They got their heads falling off. They do die. They don't die. It's like the bugs are crazy.
Bugs are crazy. The cockroaches are disgusting.
That's pretty nasty. Yeah.
But that's great, man. Thank you so much for calling. I love that you watched the film. I love that you loved the film.
Question.
What
is that called? The red light? The rips up your memory. Would you do that if you have that? Would you want to rip up your memories?
Mess up my memories?
Yeah, like wipe it up. Like I wish I have that thing because I just want to forget some of the stuff.
I mean, there's stuff that I like look back like when I was like a little kid and I said that was pretty dumb. So if I can like flash myself and forget like dumb things I did or said,
I'm with you on that too. Jade, thank you so much for calling in. It looks like you have a big fan base in the chats. Everyone's loving you. So, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, so shout out to Jaden, man. Santa Cruz is in the house. Thanks, man. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was really fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was fun. Bye.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Bye.
What a great guy.
I know. It's interesting.
I know.
How are you gonna? Oh, there it is.
Wow. So he was cool.
He is.
He was
cool.
great.
He's rolling, rock and roll with a bang.
And I like the fashion, little pink, little gold chain, good looking kid, representing
and
California.
Born in 2000.
Born yesterday.
Born
But repping. I also love the fact that Men in Black has very classic kind of like cops movie or television show.
Didn't aged it.
No, well, the thing, the way it was shot, and the two guys, and even the poster. There was an old TV show, like in the '60s, probably called Dragnet, and they made a movie about it later on with Dan Aykroyd. But it basically them walking into the cop building, like there's all these things that are like super old-fashioned '50s, '60s cop movie, cop TV kind of things. But instead of being cops, they were like alien cops, which is kind of crazy. Which was cool, which I definitely dug.
What if we are an alien and we don't know?
Well, then
We don't know. We think we are humans.
I think bugs could definitely be aliens. I love that.
Actually, another alien living inside of us, and out of
You're
the
going hard.
Out of the sun.
Alice is going hard in there.
What?
I always think aliens. I always think the cockroaches.
I wish I wasn't a cockroach. I can be anything.
Because if they drop a bomb or something, they're gonna survive for sure. They've been around forever. They're like dinosaurs. Anyhow, let's bring in the next person. What are we? Hashtag alien. Hashtag alien.
Okay,
Hashtag alien, or some alien emojis up in here, and we'll bring you into the conversation. Hashtag alien or an alien emoji, and
then you want to talk about it.
Yeah, if you watch the film and you want to talk about it and join us, then hit us with a hashtag alien or an alien emoji, and we'll bring you in to this conversation. I see a Discord out there from Caroline. What's going on? We guys talking in Discord. Amy, what's going on? Oh, the
B-Way
first alien. Okay, we're gonna get the B-Way sister, the first one. But as soon as they're off, we'll do another one. Whoever's in there, we'll try to bring you guys in for this conversation.
Hi!
What's up? How are you guys doing?
Good. How are
Were
you?
you guys, any of you guys born in the 2000s?
Yes, all of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
What the heck is going on here?
what is going on
Are
here?
you guys
Yeah.
aliens?
Are you guys aliens?
I mean, we look quite alike.
You do quite a lot. You look alike.
Between you and me, like, Melon, you're not even. How many people are here? Oh my goodness.
Well,
But no, Catherine
well
and
then
I
this
are-
must be a film. Obviously, you guys were not born when this film came out.
Yeah.
But you guys watched it growing up?
No. This is our first.
No, this is your first time watching it?
Yeah.
Alright,
Holy-
Hold on 1 second. All right, let's educate us. How do you guys feel it? Like, is it dated?
How'd you feel? Yeah, did it
Honestly,
hold
I
up?
didn't
Hold
think
up,
so.
or you guys think like what
Did
is
this
going
feel like
on?
an oldie? Like when I was a kid and I watched movies that were made before I was born, they were like old movies.
Yes, when I'm seeing a black and white film, I feel like this is.
But when I
super
watch
old.
a film like this feels like one of the newer movies, even though it's 20 years ago.
Yeah. I would
It's
think
1997.
yeah. Like the story is pretty like it could go for like any time period, like aliens, that's always gonna be something people are making movies about. And I would say like the acting, like sometimes you watch an old movie and you kind of like some of the jokes are a little not great for our current time period, but like I felt like this movie was pretty
It held up pretty good all over the place. I
We
agree.
were all impressed. Yeah. We all had a good time watching it.
Obviously, I've heard about it now. You know, they just recently did another remake of it, but like it was fun to see it and see the first one because I actually had a really good time and I wasn't expecting because like she said, you never know exactly what you're gonna get for a movie that's considered older, even though this is like only 1997. But this one was really good. I really enjoyed it. I would definitely watch it again.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of the sequels. I don't think I've seen any of them. Maybe Men in Black 2, but
I saw
there's like 4.
I think there's 4.
Yeah.
I saw the latest one.
Was it good? Was it good?
Am I gonna hurt anybody?
No.
I mean,
I do not really.
I would be interested to
It's
watch
hard.
Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. But
Yeah, it's hard to come back. Like it's hard to remake such an iconic movie. Always.
Yeah.
Like,
When you
that's what
start
I'm
so
saying.
Because there is comparison
Right.
is always there. There is always a comparison, and in the first movie is like
This movie
This
definitely
time.
holds up. Like as far as the fact that there's so many sequels and you go back to the original one, it is that good. You're like, it is.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
the character work was good. I love, like I talked about last week with Ghost, the character work was good with the banter.
They were very funny.
And I love how he, like Tommy Lee Jones, Kay, right, was keeping his cool the whole time. Like even when like the countdown was going down, and Will Smith's like, "What's going on, guys?"
Yeah,
And
like
he's
his
just
humor
straight-faced.
perfectly like balanced it out, and
Yeah.
I thought that it was like it's always interesting to see like that juxtaposition of someone who's a
Yeah.
little kind of more humor based and not really like a super serious person, and then like put him next to a super serious person, and you just kind of see like the different personalities clashing. Like,
Yeah,
they still work
classic
together.
funny man, straight man,
Straight man, formal,
dynamic. They're
corporate,
great.
corporate man, and then hip hop.
Yeah, but they're both so strong. Tommy Lee
Yeah.
Jones is so strong as a straight man, and Will Smith is so strong as like the funny guy.
Yeah, and
I
I don't
don't
think they didn't take away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
yeah.
both had really good comedic timing. Like even though Tommy Lee Jones's character wasn't necessarily supposed to be like all that humorous, like he had great like delivery of his lines that he knew how to say it so to make everyone laugh. And like I really loved his character and the character work there.
Yeah, and then he's very lovable, even though he says something like really mean things when they after visit that wife's house, and just face is sitting there, and then he's a jerk. Like, you
Yeah.
should be happy he's left.
Yeah.
And by the way, you need to find an interior designer to fix here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like their
Oh,
member,
yeah.
so he can be our
Yeah.
And they even took to like change each other. And then with Laurel again, when Tommy Lee Jones, when Kay is like, "Oh, give her a happy memory" because of Jay's sort of influence.
Yeah,
on
if you're
Yeah.
gonna erase
They
someone's
make
memory,
each other better in that way.
let's give them positive reinforcement to come back.
Come back.
Equip them with a little something for the future. I like that.
Exactly.
If you have that equipment, a red laser, would you watch?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the memory, but I think a lot of you're just a conglomeration of like what's happened to you. So I think that a lot of things can teach you about
Yeah.
like how to influence.
And I think
like,
it's
past
important.
things.
It's
Yeah.
important to remember that type of stuff. Like,
Yeah, there's definitely stuff where you're like, "Oh God, that was not
I wish
fun."
I could forget that. Yeah.
But hopefully you can grow from that. And I also would be scared that I would mess up something vital
Yeah,
about me.
but
But if I met Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith on the street, I would
I'd
want
be
to
like,
remember them.
That's
I'd be
true.
like, hey.
What about if you got the opportunity, any of you guys, to be a man in black or a woman in black, and
Which-
when he had to like, we're gonna erase everything. Like you're not gonna exist.
You're not gonna exist.
You're gonna
you don't
take off your
work.
fingerprints. You're just gonna be a letter. No one you know is ever gonna know you anymore. You're just not gonna exist in the world. He took that whole. They milked that shot. The guy's sitting there
Yeah.
at the sunset in the nighttime, just thinking like, "Am I gonna do this? Could you do it? In order to do something extraordinary in this world, could you give up everything?"
I
I think
question.
you would need to go in with a partner because
Yeah.
you'd be
You
so
need to have at
lonely.
least somebody in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, like if like the three of us went in, or like
I mean,
our
yeah,
family
that
went,
was a great time.
Imagine.
That'd be fun. But like,
The three of us.
Can I
we did that.
bring my family members with me?
I mean, look at Tommy Lee Jones' character. He still kept tabs on his old life
Yeah.
for like 30
So I
plus
think
years.
it would definitely need to deliberate on that
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it would be very hard, but the work would be very interesting.
Yeah.
You probably
But we
would
did
never-
not-
Sheehan's Worlds on the chat said, I could. Like,
I'm right now, guys.
Ah. But I mean, would have been nice if we saw Will Smith as his personal life, and he gave up on that.
they might go into
Yeah,
it
that is
in the
curious.
sequels,
Yeah,
but I'm
we
not
still got
sure.
time.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
he didn't meet
yeah.
anyone in his life. Not a girlfriend,
Yeah, we
not a
didn't
mother,
know.
not a kid.
Yeah,
It makes
we
you
didn't
wonder,
know
like,
he's.
yeah.
Where did he live? Did he have a car? Did he have anything? He just had those baggy
Yeah,
ass
he was
clothes.
ready.
He had great outfits.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
like.
He has some cool
it
outfits.
before the
It's a
suit,
shame
but-
he had to give up.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
some great, like his
Back to
first
suit.
whole scene, he's wearing, I don't remember those jumpsuits, but then you did wear like, they're too big, so you would just tie them around your waist. And he was
Yeah.
wearing that in the whole front scene. I'm like, who let him do that? That's
Running
a very
with that
unique
jumpsuit
piece
was
of 90s fashion that didn't really, wasn't super big.
But
I mean, he pulls it off. They're like, the jumpsuit
Yeah.
wasn't that big, guys. We don't need it in the first
like, do
scene.
we really need that in this scene? Yeah.
So you would go in if you had a partner, but going solo into the
I'm
definitely
a
hard.
pretty social person, so I would need to have some sort of relationship with someone. And I mean, I could form new relationships, obviously, but it's always nice to kind of have a familiar face with you when you're doing something new and like challenging.
Yeah, and then we're pretty family oriented, so and like we have close friend groups, so that would definitely be hard to say goodbye to them. But I think if you were thinking of the work, or like if you really, really wanted to like make a difference and do that, it would definitely be a factor into your decision.
Yeah.
So I understand why he took all that time. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. But then I was like, what about all those people that work in the office? All those other people that aren't Men in Black? They're just like, did they all leave their families too? Or do they
Yeah.
have-
We all backstories for everyone.
Aliens. Well, why don't you just bring your friend or bring your partner?
Because they're a
with
liability, Alice. They're a liability.
you? Aw.
Well,
Kevin, you're a liability.
yeah. Right into it.
So give us your like favorite characters or scenes or moments in the movie.
I mean, I really did like Will Smith's character. He was Jay, right? I
Yeah.
really did like his character. I thought the humor was really well balanced. My favorite scene, I mean, the big fight scene at the end with the big guy turning into like the giant. I don't know.
The bug.
Yeah, was not a fan of that. Looked pretty ugly. But I did like when he was like, "Oh, if you want to, ruin this planet, you have to go through me," and then the bug just like tossed him away.
Yeah.
And we all like laughed at that for like a solid minute.
We had
It
to
was
skip,
actually
we
funny.
skipped it back. We were like, we gotta see that again. That was funny.
Plus, I think in every big movie like this, someone's got to get slimed or something, and they
Yeah,
got
that's
slimed
true.
a few times.
Alien movie, someone's gotta go
it's
down.
classic
in an alien based movie.
Yeah, it's like some weird goop.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since Ghostbusters, like you got to get slimed.
Yeah.
You gotta fully get slimed. And I think as an actor, like, what is that stuff? Like that, it's they're spitting it out, so they obviously got it in their mouth. It's like that edible, like, disgusting.
Yeah, it definitely.
It looks so stinky, and you can literally feel that. Like, also, while I'm watching the film, I was eating something like
Oh no!
bread with
Oh,
a
God.
banana top, and it's like smooshy, mushy, like at the same time. I was like, what is that?
You gotta pause it for a second.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to eat. Yeah, but my favorite character was probably Kay, but also I literally loved the dynamic between Kay and Jay. Like I love when the director would like put them like right next to each other for like to like juxtapose them. And like I really loved like that stylistic choice, and I just loved like
Glasses.
yeah, I just loved all their banter. And then my favorite scene was probably the like initial when he first showed up at the like training facility and he was going through all the tests, and you can see like how like the army people and the military people did that versus how he did it. And I just thought that was really funny, and that got a lot of good laughs from us. I think I have to agree.
Very, like contrast, and then it's interesting way to learn.
And the eye, I'd have to have a very cool sunglasses because that's pretty much your only.
Yeah,
I
get them customized.
You got some.
So, like,
a little swaggier at the end.
Yeah,
Like, what sunglasses am I going to wear? I mean, I know that's the thing. When he got the swag at the end, he changed the style up. It was not. Just go back to the regular man, but it's not classic.
Yeah, I thought it was like
A weird collar, weird suit jacket like that is.
But I love
gotta have
the
some liberty.
when his last time shows up. The last scene.
Yeah.
That eyeglasses is super.
Yeah, those like glasses.
Yeah, I like those glasses. He kind of looked like a priest almost, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that was a
whatever
weird
keep
collar.
it.
Like I remember that look. That was like some R&B
Whatever gets you
cool
through
look. Like
eternity.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
whatever
not
keeps you going.
that didn't hold up too well. That particular look.
That was the one thing in the movie.
Yeah.
Didn't test
It's like,
it.
well, that look don't look good.
We were like, we thought the jumpsuit was bad, but now we got this.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite scene or character?
My favorite character probably, if I was gonna take out Will Smith's character, probably Kay as well, because I think you see him and you don't expect much from him, because of course, like you expect him to be straight laced, but like Catherine was saying, his comedic timing is great, and like the scene they're walking up to the farmhouse, and I forgot they were talking about like a sense of humor, or he's like, "Is this a joke?" And Tommy Lee Jones' character says the FBI hasn't unlocked that sense of humor yet, or something.
Yeah.
I thought that was really
And-
funny.
So he was hard ass, and he has a sense of humor, but he had a lot of heart too. Like there's that,
Yeah.
even when he's like at the end of the film, where he's like, "Well, I'm not training a partner, I'm training my replacement." And it's
Yeah,
he's
oh
like,
my
"Oh."
God, yeah.
the
We were
feels.
like,
You start-
what? Like,
You start having the feels, you know, like
Because
oh.
we have that oh moment because we feel him, because we know him. Like he gave up his personal life for over 30 years, and then we saw that moment, like private self, like that character is private self, who he is outside of this black suit.
Right.
So we know.
A little
we
bit of a
feel him.
fantasy that girl's just gonna hang on for 30 years on you. I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
I mean-
Come on, girl.
I mean, it's
I don't know
Tommy
any
Lee
girls
Jones,
is gonna stick
right?
around
Would you
for,
not hang on
for
for
30
Tommy Lee
years.
Jones? I would wait for him.
30 years? Come on, Tommy. That girl had a situation popped off, I think.
My
She just
bad.
been-
Come on, has a face
She's just been
on
in the
the
back.
girl.
She's just been in the back gardening for 30 years waiting for that dude. That ain't
One
real.
day, one
That's not
day.
real.
Has some Really?
That ain't
Really?
real.
We're all waiting for Tommy Lee Jones, I think.
Yeah.
I think in our hearts we all just
Yeah.
want our Tommy Lee Jones.
We
Really.
need someone to wait for.
You're like, you hope if I ever do bad on that girl, I hope she just waits for me forever. Till I work out my stuff and I come back.
If I ever leave her to hunt aliens, I hope she
For
stays.
30 years. I hope she'll stay loyal.
Yeah.
It's like 35 years on the tabloids. So I'm like, ain't no woman waited for no man.
Well, depends on what kind of man is it.
Yeah. If you're
Some
Tommy Lee
people
Jones,
wasted.
Look at him.
I just,
we need to aspire to be the person that is people
Yeah.
would be willing to.
Yeah.
The right man will wait.
Okay,
Wait,
so before
let's
you
wait.
guys go, can I ask you one last question? Are you watching this movie for the first time? Are you interested in continuing with the series of films?
I mean, I would
think
love to see. I would love to see more of their banter, like their character
Yeah.
work together. So that would definitely interest me.
I think it would be interesting to see how Jay progresses in the Men in Black field, being like how he's seen him just getting into it. It would be interesting to see how he becomes like a leader himself.
Yeah. But
So yeah, maybe. But
you know, it's always hard to watch sequels of such an iconic movie, such a good movie, you know, because you never really know if they're going to live up to the hype or they're just going to be worse and kind of like put a sour taste in your mouth. But I really liked Will Smith's character, so I would like to see more of him.
Yep, and I think Tommy Lee comes back in the second one, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I think it is too.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't see the second. Now I want to see the second one.
I mean,
Tommy
I
Lee
think-
Jones. That's what we're saying. Yeah, we'll
He
wait
come
for
up. He came back because of
Because he got in some trouble?
Yeah, no, he thought his girl is waiting for 30+ years, but you know what?
He was like,
It's not
"Psych,
working
Hey, Jackie,
out.
she has something else
Yeah,
going on,
what
so I'm coming
happened?
back to the situation.
Didn't work out. Didn't work out.
All right, well, thank you girls for calling in. We always love hanging out with y'all.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Always fun.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, the B-Way sisters
So
out of
they're
Illinois.
like-
Out of Illinois.
There's the fun. Fun.
But so let's
lot-
we have a
yeah.
little more time. Let's bring some more people in.
Yeah, I saw a lot of aliens.
Hashtag alien or alien emoji, and we will get you guys in here for the conversation. If you watch the film, you want to discuss it with us, hit us. The first person I saw is Bunny Shy.
Bunny shy.
Bunny
Shy.
Shy. Bunny Shy, you coming on? Here we go.
Shy. Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Shy.
Hi! Oh
How you
Hi.
doing?
my god! I've been following you guys for months. This is the first time
Oh
I'm actually
my
on.
God.
Well, welcome.
How did we miss you?
Your first time calling in.
Yeah, the first time actually like doing it right. Cause like, well, I honestly I've been a little like nervous because, you know, shy. Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Shy.
Welcome to the stream. Where are you calling in from?
I'm from Quezon City in the Philippines.
Oh, you're in the Philippines right now.
Yep.
Damn, shout out to the Philippines. I love
Yeah.
people. How's that internet working? I go to the Philippines sometimes. The internet is
Oh,
spotty.
just I don't know. I've never like been outside the country to be honest. I know it sounds like it, but you know, fake news. But yeah, I can't tell the difference. I have no idea.
She doesn't have accent.
I know. Did you go to international school?
No, I just like watch a lot of like cable TV and stuff. It's a
Most
television
Filipinos
fault.
speak English.
I know most
In the
people,
cities,
but what's up with the
especially.
Mads? She
Our
has a
friend
thing.
Mads.
Our friend Mads from Philippines. Shout out to the Mads. She has a thing.
Well, you might know her as Carla Humphreys out there, but Madeline Humphreys. She's
Familiar
she's
name.
artista out there, but she moved here. She's a friend of ours, but her accent is still thick, and she.
No, you do have like.
Oh,
We
okay.
always tell you, you're. But
Anyways.
are you a gamer? Because I like those. Your setup at home looks like you're a gamer, or a musician.
Oh yeah, no, I'm actually like a musician and a kind of like a vlogger, just kind of starting. I don't know.
Nice.
Good luck. That's
Love
awesome.
the glasses though.
That's awesome. So did
Oh,
you?
thank you.
Did you watch Men in Black? You're obviously.
Oh my God, yes.
It came out before you were born too, I suspect.
Well, I mean, it came out 8 days after I was born, actually.
Wow.
So-
So you're-
That's a super polite way to ask a woman's age.
I'm not saying her age. She looks very young, but she's also Filipino, so she could be
I know,
13
I got a
or
baby face.
35.
She looks like 13. You have the Asian genes.
So you were born right when this came out, so you obviously watched it later when you were older. And did you watch it recently? What do you want to talk about the film? Do you have a favorite moment, scene, or anything special you want to say?
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, my top favorite moment in the film was when like they were interviewing like all of the guys, you know, to see who would be the one to join the Men in Black, and then there's like this soldier dude that was he's like, you're looking for the best of the best of the best, sir. And then he's trying to be like really cool, and then Will Smith is just like, trying to be the best of the best. That was hilarious. It's like
That's
people
so
who take
honest
this too
feeling, right?
seriously. Yeah, it
I
was
love
like
that
that was
scene
like literally
too.
the best.
I love that. And then when they're all filling out the forms,
Filling out
and
the
then he
form.
pulls the table.
Table super loud. Like,
Y'all want to get on this one? I feel like I'm that guy sometimes in auditions because people get really serious in auditions and everyone's in their thing.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
you're just like, what do you know, whatever. Like, let's just do it. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
that
I mean, I have worked in like film before, and I usually like do documentaries, so we don't really get like a lot of people like auditioning or whatever. But when I do like work on short films, you do get those people who are a little too serious, and they kind of just make things really awkward for themselves, and it's kind of
They're
funny.
there to be the best of the best of the best. And you're like, okay,
Sure.
just come in and do your damn thing. Hold on a second. What kind of film stuff? You said documentary and shorts. Are you a director? Are you DP? What do you write, produce?
Yeah. Well, I mostly like write and direct like documentaries and stuff because I'm like an ocean girl. I got like all these oceany tattoos and stuff too because
oh
Wow.
my
I'm a total fish nerd.
What's your favorite beach in the Philippines?
That's a tough one. Oh, there are just so many amazing ones,
Favorite
especially the reefs. Batangas is a
Batangas?
place that I go to
Have
pretty
you
often.
been?
I have not
Why
been.
you act like you
I
were
know
there?
about it. Mads is from Batangas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I've never been, but that's where she's from.
Shout out the Mads again.
My
Well, if
favorite-
you ever want to go to Batangas, just hit me up. I'll be
yeah, I
diving
mean,
too.
my
Thank you.
family's from 100 Island. 100 Islands area, so I go there.
Oh, dang.
Of course.
Okay.
I love Boracay and lately Siargao. We go to Siargao a lot, which is before
That was
COVID.
awesome.
Siargao's.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's open now.
Is it
Great
open?
spot. Yeah, it is.
I gotta get out there. I'm gonna get a vaccine before I go because I don't know what's popping off. A lot of aliens running around the earth right now.
Oh, God.
Bunny Shy, so nice for you to call in, and from my homeland of the Philippines. I love that.
Hey. Well, thank you guys
Thank you
for
for
having
joining
me.
You
Well-
literally made Dante's day.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Well, thank you so much for
Awesome.
joining us. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you for coming in.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Hopefully
Bye.
see you. Bye.
Wow, Bunny Shy.
Bunny Shy.
Bunny
from
Shy's in the house in the
Filipino.
Philippines. I love it. I don't know.
How do you do this?
I don't know if I can hang up or you may have to hang up Bunny Shy.
I'm
'Cause I don't know.
confused. Okay, wait. Do I just...
I'm confused too.
Well, if we can't hang
Okay,
up,
I'll
let's keep
close it and then I'll...
talking about
Bunny Shy, we're definitely gonna come back. Well, while we're here, what movie are we watching next week? It's in a new month, so Black
New
History
month.
Month's over.
So,
And so we're gonna go into something.
Bunny Shy is left.
There was a film that you wanted to watch. I believe that was
I
a pretty heavy film.
I was talking about the Sophia's Choice.
Sophie's Choice.
If people want to watch it.
So,
But
that's
you
it.
were
So,
like,
no. We're going in. It's a new month. It's March. We're gonna
Let's
do.
go heavy, right?
Let's go heavy. We've been having some fun, lightweight films lately. So this film for next week's called Sophie's Choice, starring Meryl Streep. It's definitely a cinema classic. Meryl Streep won an Oscar for the film. I know that offhand.
What would that film?
I don't know. I mean, I think I watched it years
You have
ago,
watched
but I can't even remember. I think I was so young when I watched it that it didn't really leave a
I watched
lasting
it-
mark on me.
Yeah, I watched it twice. First time I watched it like super young. I was like, this is kind of boring film, but at the same time it's interesting. Super like cinematic.
Right.
But at the same time, I remember
Heavy.
Oh!
Mary says heavy.
Heavy, super heavy. Big. One time I was doing a photo shot. One of the shot, like she's sitting. Should I spoil the film?
Don't spoil the film.
Okay, never mind. We'll
Don't
talk
spoil
about
it.
later.
And guess what? If y'all think it's an old boring movie, you don't blame me this week. You gotta blame Alice.
Oh my god! Why do you have to follow?
Because you blame me like the other movie. Like, oh, that movie Dante picked it. This one Alice picked. Let's just put that on the record.
Oh my god! You're just skipping from the responsibilities, huh?
Not really.
So what? Blaming on you? So what? Just to blame it. Oh my
I'll take the blame. I don't
god!
care. Let's get our last VIP guest in because we have a few more minutes.
Okay.
Who are we going to?
Our last VIP guest is our old friend.
Oh, Conrad Brad.
Conrad Brad.
Let's see what Conrad has to say this week. Again,
What he
thank
has
you
to
guys all for
say.
joining in and coming in.
It's an absolutely fun movie
Conrad
to Bratz.
Bratz.
B-R-A. Here.
And like I said, if you want to reserve your seat to have the conversation,
Watch the film.
DM Alice at Alice Rahamatula on IG and reserve your
Don't
VIP
send me
seat.
DM before you didn't watch the film, okay?
Hey, what's up?
Conrad Bratz is back in the house. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I know it's been a while. How have you guys been?
We've been good. We've been surviving, watching movies, and working.
And Dante's film got by South by Southwest.
Yeah, the film I directed is premiering at South by Southwest in March. So look for Fabulous Filipino Brothers.
Celebration.
And go follow at Fab Filipino Bros on IG for more information. But how are you doing, Conrad? What's popping?
So I'm doing pretty good. I'm taking a couple of college classes. I already graduated college, but I'm taking post graduation classes just to to expand my knowledge.
Oh, nice. I like that. And what subject? I listen to podcasts to expand my knowledge, but classes would be good too. What classes are you studying?
So I'm taking 2 event planning classes, and which involves like recreation, because I may want to go into that field, because I may want to like work at a sports stadium or work in that type of industry or a convention center potentially.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Or if you're at a convention center that I'm signing at for a Comic-Con, come by and say hi.
Awesome. Yeah, I am a big fan of going to Comic-Con as well too.
Very cool.
I've never been to Comic-Con.
So I got to bring her to Comic-Con so she can experience the whole madness all at one time. If it ever comes back, when it comes back, or if or when.
I don't know when.
But hopefully soon. Hopefully
this year. Yeah, I hope so too, because I usually go like every year. The only year I didn't go was 2020, ever since like 2016.
What's your local Comic-Con?
What?
What con is your local con?
Oh, Emerald. I went to Emerald City.
Emerald City, yes. Which is one of the best for sure. I love that. That Comic-Con's great. So talk to me about Men in Black. What did you
watch it?
Did you watch
it?
Yes. Have you watched it as a kid at first?
Yeah, I've watched Men in Black multiple times, but I really liked the movie. I mean, I watched it as a young kid as well too. So, and I thought it was like so mind blowing, and I love one of my favorites was the end scene.
The end scene is a big scene for sure. So what did you like about that scene?
Honestly, I just liked that the girl got to be Will Smith's partner, which I thought was like really awesome, especially since they kept like erasing her memory of like the aliens coming. Right. So
she must have lost a lot of memories in the amount of times they flashed her.
I want to erase some of my memories too, like right up.
And the mind is the movie is mind blowing. I agree with you, Conrad. There's like I said earlier, like the whole alien technology thing. Always, even as a kid, after watching it the first time, it made me look at the world and look at things like Velcro. And now things like iPhones, where they're saying there's alien technology there. I'm like, yeah, dude, where did we get this technology? There's so many things that pop up where you're like, an alien created that for sure. And it's funding Men in Black for sure.
Well, a lot of people said there is an alien, or they saw like scientifically proved.
I mean, that's the question you should ask people. Do you
or do you not
believe that there is alien forces in the world as we know it?
Absolutely. That's a really good question.
Do you believe?
Absolutely.
Or absolutely it's a good question.
Wait, what did you say again?
I said absolutely you believe, or absolutely it's a good question?
Oh, I was saying absolutely that was a good question.
Okay. So what do you think about aliens around?
I don't know. Like it's just kind of an interesting concept of that movie, because the question for me, I was just thinking is, would you want to, like, if aliens did come to Earth, would you want to remember, or would you not? And like, would people act crazy like some other movies, or would they not. Like that kind of popped up in my head when I was watching the movie.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think we would go crazy or not?
I don't know. I think that some people might go really crazy, like in some movies, and then some people might be cheering. But if that were to happen, like we gotta hope that they're actually good aliens.
I think Tom. I mean, look, I like us having all the information and stuff, but then I do, look at the state of the world. Don't like to talk about politics, but we're obviously not handling things well, even as a country, just being as divided as we are at the moment. But there's a crazy thing, an important thing that Tommy Lee Jones' character says in the movie. He says that, a person is intelligent, but he's like, the people are
Dumb.
As a group. And
Yeah, he said it. Dumb.
yeah, it's like, that is a problem. Like, yeah, the whole mass mentality. If you talk to an individual person about anything, from politics to racism, you can get to like, oh yeah, it's very simple.
Common, yeah,
but sometimes we'll be getting these group things, and it happens online too, where it's just all of a sudden it's just a tide happens, and then we all tumble through in a very
because
bad way.
everyone, like, I feel like every individual, including myself too, we marry to our individual opinions. We don't want to like put ourselves in a different point of view, or we don't want to compromise. We think as an individual, we think we know.
So do you
everything.
think if there were aliens here, would you want to know or not?
I want to know.
Conrad?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Nobody's ever asked me that.
What would you know if there was like, yo, Conrad, this is the deal.
Alien is living among us.
Yeah.
He is maybe
Kanye West is an alien, but we're only going to tell you. You can't tell nobody else. And so when you listen to his music, you're listening to alien music, but don't tell nobody.
Yeah, honestly, like if aliens were a thing, and I would probably want to actually know or so. I guess that's just me. I mean, I know some people are different and all that.
Would you want to know if you were part alien?
Yes.
Yes?
I want to know. What if I'm a cockroach?
That I mean, sure, it might be scary, but I think like for me, like it's better to like know about that and then not to know about it and all that.
Would you want everyone to know that there were aliens, or just would you want you to know, or a few people to know?
I think that I just want to know, and a few others, because some other people that if they knew that they were aliens would probably go into chaos. Not everybody, but I think a select few.
If people go to chaos, everyone's gonna go into chaos.
Would you?
I think I would
Same
personally.
question
I think
to you.
I personally would want to know. Yeah,
There's alien or not?
I do. I think I
But
could
do
take
you
it.
want to know you part alien?
Yeah, I think we could be part alien. I had that thought before. I had this really weird thought that we could be part alien. I'll tell you about it. I don't want to be just a crazy string. Yeah, there was we could be part alien. I heard about that. I talked about it once with some people. It was a kind of a conspiracy theory, but I was hip to it a little bit.
I want to know.
I'll tell you later on.
All right.
Yeah, it's a really interesting theory. I mean, and all that.
Question before we get off here, because our hour's almost up, Conrad. If you got chosen to be a Men in Black, but you had to disconnect from the rest of all your connections, family, dogs, everything. But you're going to do something extraordinary. Are you the guy for the job? You think you could do it, or what?
Oh boy, that is a really good question. I don't know. I mean, as much as I would love to be in a really rockin' suit and then like defeat those aliens, I don't know if I could, because like I love like being around like my family and friends. So I don't think I could, but it is a really tricky one.
Would you?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I take it as like a metaphor for life. I mean, obviously I do a job, you do a job, we're in a world that's not a quote unquote regular job, and in order to do these jobs, sometimes you have to make these sacrifices, especially growing up as a kid actor. And so in that way, you do make certain choices where you're like, not that you disconnect fully from your family and all that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of things you miss out on chasing certain things. And so
But
I think I made choices like that. But as far as to be an actual Men in Black and disconnect from everybody,
yeah.
that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, if I saw some real, I'd have to like. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Oh my God, it's just a simple question.
Maybe. I'm gonna say maybe. What about you?
Maybe you will give up everything and then
I'd have to like have a very strong reaction with an alien. I have to be like, damn, I'm down for this job. But I don't know. You know, just me right now. I don't think I'd be that good at it. What about you?
Good to know. I'll go.
You're there? You'd be good at the job. You're pretty athletic.
What about athletic?
I'm not chasing down no damn aliens. I'm gonna tell you that. If the alien jump off the bridge, I'll be like, damn, that dude got away.
I mean, like in terms of athletic wise, I used to run a little bit. So I mean, the running part, like I could definitely do with that because I used to do like the 800 and the 400 and the mile. So
Conrad, you're athletic. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Conrad. It's always a pleasure. Next week is a heavy one. It's called Sophie's Choice, starring Meryl Streep. So if you have time this week, watch that. We'd love to talk to you again about it all.
Absolutely.
You got it. Sounds good. I'll definitely watch. And thanks for adding me. And this was super awesome because like some of the stuff in the Men in Black was like so mind blowing, to be honest.
No, I agree with you.
Wait, did you talk about your favorite scene?
Oh, I did not. So my favorite scene. I totally forgot about that. So my favorite scene was probably when Will Smith was sprinting down and was chasing down the alien because it kind of reminded me of when I ran the 800 when I did it in a 201 and then the mile in 443 back in the day.
You broke the 5-minute mile barrier?
I did, yes.
There was a time in the world where that was like a world record. No one thought they could do it. You did it. That's pretty big.
Damn, you are athletic.
Damn, and he was running up the Guggenheim like a real runner. He was moving. Will Smith. So that's amazing. All right, Conrad Brass, have a good week.
Thank you. You too.
Good to know that. All right, bye.
Bye.
See ya.
That was a nice little flex there. Someone said that was a good flex. A good flex, Conrad. That was. I don't know the number of the first one, but a sub 5 mile is impressive.
Thank you. It took a lot of hard work, honestly.
I know I've never done that in my life, and I know I'm probably never going to be able to do it in my life. Maybe in a car or a motorcycle. Bicycle, I could probably do it. Bicycle, I could break 5 minutes for sure.
Nice. That's so awesome.
Good week.
Have a good week. Bye. You have
Thank you.
Conversation. I think
I can't cut you off. I think you have to cut yourself off.
Okay, let's see.
I think you have to press the X in the corner.
There's usually. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how.
I don't know.
My X is not there either, so I don't know. Anyhow, we'll just stay on because we're gonna sign off because we're about to be up on our hour. But thank you so much, Connor, for joining us. Thanks everyone for joining us. Everyone in the chat. We'll see you next week. Watch
Sophia's Choice.
Sophie's Choice.
And
starring Meryl Streep. And if you watch the film, you want to reserve a spot. Just DM at Alice Rahmatullah on IG and reserve a spot.
DM me after you watch the film, not before.
Bye, you guys. Bye.
Bye,
Thank
guys. You. Bye, everybody.
See you.
See you.